welcome back to Omni Garage. So today we've got the Kia Stinger and we are going to be treating the leather because we do have a few marks in the inside here that have transferred off, so we need to clean those up. So we'll be giving it a go today with the Swissvax Leather Cleaner using the Swissvax Leather Brush. So let's see what we can get out of this leather and see if we can get it looking new. So the marks that we're trying to get out today, we've got quite a few on the centre seat here. So we've got, it almost looks glossy. Some marks, potentially some water spots on here as well. They feel a little bit slick as well, so it is an oil of some sort. As you work your way back on the seat here as well, it's really dirty toward the bottom of the seat, but the main area that we want to clean up is there is a stain, so something white has transferred onto the leather here. So we're wanting to do our best to try and remove this area here, and it goes all the way up toward the top of the centre. So this is the main objective today, get that out of the leather. So the first step before we can get started cleaning any leather is to make sure that we've got all of the loose debris off the seat. So we're just going to give it a quick wipe down with one of the Rag Company towels here, just to make sure that we've got no loose dirt on the seats. Yeah, but we're just going to give it a quick vacuum as well, just to make sure that we're not moving any dirt around. So what we're going to do is we're going to start our way from the front and work to the back, and we can see there's a clear line here where there's some oils on the leather. So we're hoping to get that glossy finish out and have it with a nice matte finish. So we'll be using the Swissvax Leather Cleaner. Now they do offer a Leather Cleaner Forte as well, which is a bit more aggressive, but we want to use the least aggressive today to see if we can achieve a nice finish here. And we've got the Swissvax Leather Brush as well, so links to all of these products are in the description below. So we'll get started. So what you want to do is you can spray this directly onto the leather, and we're going to be rubbing in a circular motion with this brush here. So we'll spray a bunch of this on. And so what we're doing is just gently working this into the leather, and it should start to lather up as it's doing its job. Try and catch most of that before it runs down. So we'll give that a wipe off now and see what the leather's looking like, see if we need to be a bit more aggressive or whether that's going to work the trick. We can definitely see there's a difference in the leather that we've treated. So we've treated up to about this point here, and then everything back here is untreated. So it looks like that is going to be the method that is going to get a really good result out of this leather. What we'll do is we'll finish the back part of the seat, and we will then do it a second time to just try and remove anything else that might still be sitting on the surface up the front here. Just spreading that around just so it doesn't drip everywhere. We've only rubbed really gently there, so we know that we can still come back and go over this again and be a bit more aggressive if this doesn't get the stains out. So our first wipe's just removing any of the product that's still sitting on the surface. Then we can fold over and come back. And we can see there that just given one pass in about 2 minutes on that leather, that it's come up looking almost brand new. So what we will do is we'll go over that section again just to make sure that we've got a really nice even result before we start moving up to the next bit, which is the stain at the top. want to catch that quite quick before it drops too low, just to work it into the surface. It's not lathering up the same on here, so we'll apply a bit more product. Give that a wipe and see how it's done. It's definitely reacted a little bit differently versus the leather on the seat. It hasn't lathered up quite what I'd expect it to. So it's definitely a little better than when we started. What we're going to do, because we can still see this quite clearly at the top, I'm going to get a bit more aggressive. Not with the product, we'll continue using the Swissvax Leather Cleaner, but I'm going to try and apply it a little bit harder and use a bit more elbow grease rather than just a gentle scrub on the surface. So we'll really lather this up too, because it hasn't been lathering the same as what it did when we were working on the area down here. So I'm wondering if this may be a slightly different material. It feels the same, but we'll give this a go and see if we can get some more of this out. While it's not unpleasant, definitely if you're getting that close to it and you're working that much product in, I sprayed a lot of that for this round. It definitely has a quite a strong chemical smell to it, so you probably don't want to get too close to it for too long. So wipe that off and see what we're working with now. So it's definitely come up a lot better again that second time. I can still see a little bit here and a little bit further to the bottom, but the main area where we've been putting most of the elbow grease is probably within here. So we'll hit it again, we'll hit this top bit and also go down below and see if we can finish that stain off. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to hit it with the Meguiars All Purpose Cleaner just to see if we can get some of that stubborn dirt off at the top, and we'll come back and hit it with the Swissvax again to give it a nice finish. So we'll give this a crack and we'll use our brush and lather this up exactly the same. So if you're expecting to get really stubborn dirt out first try, or any stains, dirt will be fine, but if it's a stain, I don't think that this is going to do exactly what you want. I think you're going to need to combine it potentially with something like this, the Meguiars All Purpose Cleaner, something that's quite aggressive to get a really nice finish. We will come back with this to give it a nice finish. So that's done a really good job. We've almost got that out. The leather here is a little bit tacky, so it's not as smooth as when we're using the Swissvax on it, but we'll come back with the Swissvax now, hit it again, and hopefully we get that really nice smooth finish to it. So it looked like that Meguiars All Purpose Cleaner has done a really good job at removing the rest of that stain there. So we're going to come back with the Swissvax again and we're going to finish it off. So that has done a really good job at removing our stain, the combination of the Swissvax and the Meguiars All Purpose Cleaner. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to come back to the middle seat and we're just going to go over that one more time just to get any of the overspray off there. Just to make sure we get a nice finish here. So there we have it, all cleaned up. So now that we've all done cleaning the leather with Swissvax Leather Cleaner, we're going to grab the same brand, so Swissvax, the Leather Milk, which is a leather conditioner. So we're going to apply this to the back seat, let it soak in for a bit using a microfiber applicator pad, and then we're going to remove it with a microfiber towel after a couple of minutes. So you just want to work this in a circular motion into the leather, and this is not going to leave a glossy finish. So we are going to come along and we are going to wipe this off, but what this is doing is just really nicely conditioning the leather and protecting it. And we've used about 3 pea-sized drops to get to this point of the leather so far, which is right at the back of the seat. So you're not going to go through an awful lot of this product. So that's the whole middle seat protected there. We'll come along, we'll finish this section here, and then we'll remove this with a microfiber towel. So again, about 1 pea-size drop did half of that there. So we'll just load that up with a little bit more. Come along with our clean microfiber now, and we'll start from the place that we began down the bottom here, and this doesn't leave any kind of slickness or any wetness because we've spread that product a long way. So we're just removing any that remains on the surface in order to finish this down to a nice matte finish. And it's tough to describe the smell in here, but it's really pleasant. So that Swissvax Leather Cleaner and the APC have quite a strong fragrance to them. This does have a strong fragrance as well, but it's a really pleasant, clean leather smell. And that's it, they're all clean and they're all protected. There you have it. So it took us about 15 to 20 minutes and we've cleaned up the middle part of the back seat of the Kia Stinger. So in order to do that today, we've used 3 different products and a couple of different tools. So we started off with the Swissvax Leather Cleaner. That got the majority of the marks, the water spots, and quite a good portion of the stain off the Napa leather on the back seat. But we did have to move and use a couple of sprays of the Meguiars All Purpose Cleaner as well just to finish off that stain that was on the back seat, and that did a really good job at pulling it out. After we used that, we did go back to the leather cleaner again, the Swissvax, and that removed the remainder off the back seat. Once we had finished that up, we jumped in and we started using Leather Milk. So this is another Swissvax product, and it's a leather conditioner. So we used about 6 or 7 drops all up to finish that middle portion of the back seat, so a really small amount of product, and we used that on just a microfiber applicator. That gave it a really nice matte finish. So the combination of all of these products together give you a nice matte finish. I don't like the glossy look on leather, so this is exactly what you want in order to get your leather back to a new condition, and that should treat your car. So if you've got any suggestions on how you clean your leather, please drop a comment below. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Other than that, please give us a like and a subscribe, and we'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching Omni Garage.